Good morning, everybody. Renee here with Luminous, going to walk you through everything you need to know about airbrushing. All right. So it is Thursday, and we're going to talk you through absolutely everything. So hang tight. We're going to get started. Let's start with what is in your kit. I mean, hello, this is awesome. We have our blush, 2 foundations, a product called Love. Now, don't you worry, we're going to go through that. We also have our system here. So exciting. We're going to talk through all of it. I have a lot of airbrush products here at my studio station. So let's get started and talk about all of it because this is so fun. Okay, so below here is our ticker. This is going to tell you when we're going live so you don't miss a thing. So check that out right here. So Monday through Thursday, 8, 10, 12, 2, and 4. And on Fridays, we're at 8 and 10, and these are all Central Time. So go ahead and be awesome and subscribe to our channel. Set those notifications because you don't want to miss a thing. Trust me on that. All right, my name is Renee. I'm a makeup artist here with Luminous, and we're ready to get into airbrushing. Hey, Candy, can you hear us now? All right. So let's talk about your system. This here is our Legend system, and this is your stylus. So no matter what system you have, the stylus remains the same. You want to hold this like a pen. This is the trigger that releases your product. Inside here is our foundation well. And you want to put that cap on to make sure everything stays put and you don't get a lot of mess from that. All right, let's do a demo because demos are our favorite. We're going to start with our airbrush foundation here in 070, shaking that up. And we're going to do a demo here on paper. Now, this is something that you easily can do at home. And this is going to help you feel super comfortable doing your airbrushing. All right, I'm going to pull up some suggestions here for you. And these are suggestions that are just going to make your experience doing airbrush that much better. So we don't really have rules. We don't really go through all of that because with airbrush makeup, you're going to find that rules don't really apply. Yay! Okay, let's start the demo. Good morning, Michelle. Welcome. Okay, we're going to turn this on. And if you can see here, you want to just get started feeling that air on your skin. That's it. It feels different than a makeup brush. You don't want it to like shock you. So just feel it first on your skin. If you'd like to, you can also try this process with water. You always want to keep your stylus moving. You want to stay 4 fingers from your skin and barely pull back on that trigger. Oh, Michelle is so right. The air feels so good. So good. All right, we're going to try a demo here on our paper. We're going to barely pull back on that trigger. Make sure I'm going in the right direction here. So as we barely pull back on that trigger, you can see the finest mist comes out. That's it. Super fine mist. If you get too close, you can see the product becomes more wet. If you come back too far, you're out of control. Oh, let me get you. If you come back too far, it kind of goes a little bit of everywhere. So that 4 fingers is really the sweet spot right there. And you want to keep it moving. So as you can see, you get a heavier spot of product if you don't keep it moving. I hope that that makes sense. We love these demos. So now you will find that as you practice, this is kind of the basics of that. As you practice, yes, you may find yourself coming closer for a little bit more coverage for things like blemishes, pimples, dark spots. You might find yourself coming closer for things like eyeshadow, but we practice doing it this way first so that you get comfortable of what is coming out of your stylus. And I'm talking just trying this a few times before you start to play with it and see what kind of results you get, for sure. So that is definitely part of the learning curve of Luminous. It's slightly different than any other makeup, but it's just like the first time you've tried any other makeup. It feels different at first, right? You're just getting used to it. It's something totally new. So don't panic. It is going to take some practice. So that's okay. All right. Yay! All right, guys, it is Thursday. I love Thursdays. All right, let's get into our foundation and how we match our foundation shades. So I'm going to have this, I'm going to show you this. This is how flexible our products are. So I have the 040 and 070. This one looks too light. This one looks too dark. But let's try, because you're going to color match. When you get home, you're going to get two foundations. So that's one. That's the 7070. Hey, Deborah. Hey, Amber. What is up? All right. Okay. 4040070. Huge difference, right, guys? So the 7 is too strong, too deep. And the 4 is too light. But I wouldn't say I'm right in between. I'm closer to the 4 and farther away from the 7. So if you're using, as per suggested, see here, 6 to 8 drops. 6 to 8 drops. If you are using, as suggested, let's go for 8. Maybe I use 6 drops of 4 and 2 drops of 7. That is the beauty of Airbrush everything. You completely customize it. So if you find that you are using like totally more, like if you're closer to the 040, then use more 040. So I'm going to use 6 drops of 040, 2 drops of 070. So you create the combination that you like the most. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And if it works for you, take note of what color that you may be, right? Because maybe if you spent a lot of time out in the sun or in the summer, you tend to be this certain color. Play with your foundations. And that's what's the beauty of this, is that you can just add a few drops, pull back a few drops, and every day you create your own foundation instead of creating a mixture of committing to a full bottle. Nope, you're just committing to one day. So I have 2 drops there of the 7070. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right, finger here. See, I put the finger there that pushes the air backwards into my well and gives us that perfectly blended custom foundation. All right, I'm gonna grab my mirror and we're gonna get started. So just doing the application that we just did on the paper, you want to keep your stylus moving, staying. So if you can see me this way, I'm gonna turn. You can see I'm staying well away from my skin. All right, so we're creating a really good color here. Hi, Tamberly, welcome. Candy, we'll get back to you on that one. We're not doing eyes right now. All right, so creating, so you can see it really matches my neck color here. Just creating my own foundation. I can blend my foundation. Like, people would normally have to go and pay for this kind of service to go get a custom blended foundation. No, thank you. I'm going to do that at home. And then I don't need a new foundation every time my skin tone changes for every season. I might have a few options to create the perfect color for me no matter what season it is. All right, let's get into the blush. We are going to do apricot. Whoop. Oh, good morning, everyone. It's so good to see you. Let's do some apricot here, and then we're going to finish with love. Guys, I'm live today at 10 and 12. Thank you, Deborah. I'm going to put together my looks for later today. Candy has asked to do some airbrushing eyeliner. I don't have the products with me at this moment, but I can get those for later. So we can do some of that, and let's do some blush. Guys, my grays are really coming in recently. Let's talk about that. Can we talk about the gray hairs? I'm kind of in the mood to just be like, I don't know how this is going to help, but hey, hair, just go all gray or not at all. I know, I wish that we could give our hair an ultimatum like that, right? Hi, Jennifer, welcome. All right. Michelle just colored her hair. Girls, the struggle is for real, you know? All right, let's add a little bit of love to this guy. Stop it, Tamberly. Arctic Blonde. Yes, ma'am. Oh, God, I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys make my heart so happy when I come see you guys. You're just so smart and witty, and you're totally my people. All right, let's add some love. Now, love is a hydrating luminizer. It's also pretty much the best thing since sliced bread because it blurs any kind of, like, if you get a little heavy spot, which I do sometimes with blush. Today my hair is wackadoo. Ooh, now we're fuzzy. All right, so seriously, guys, I think that it just makes sense to, like, can we just commit and go one way? Like, if I'm going to be gray, let's go. I'm there. I'm all for it. I'm hoping, like, all of my gray hairs that are coming in are white. So I'm here for it. I want all of that, like, white. That really pretty, like, Arctic blonde. Yes. I love it. Oh, no, thank you, Candy. I'm going to pass on the beard dye. I'm just going to let it come in. So I use a demi on my hair and let it fade so I don't have a hard line. But yeah, I love that, Tamberly. That is going to be, Deborah calls it her seasoning. It's a little salt in your pepper. I know. It's just like, yes, Amber, 2 foundations blended perfectly. You are so right. And that has zero to do with my skill. It has zero to do with my skill. It has absolutely everything to do with the blendability of these 2 products. Good morning, Denise. Welcome. Thank you for joining. So this is the combination of 040 and 070. Blending them together, the airbrush system does that. None of that is my skill. So do not think that this is not something that you can do as well. That is what is the beauty of airbrush that you cannot get anywhere else. Like, you literally can't get it anywhere else. It's airbrush only, mix and go every day, create your own foundation color, create your own shade. And honestly, the easy part is to just remember the formula that works for you. That's it. That easy. Thank you, Deborah. I really like the apricot. I like the apricot when I'm not really doing a lot of other stuff. Like, just, I think it has some depth and dimension. That's not, like, maybe Tulip is just a little too pink. It's not deep enough. Tamberly's been using Boost It in her foundation. Such a great tool. The Boost It just kind of pops up your foundation. So sometimes I'm going to tell you this. Sometimes when we start mixing, because we get tanner, I'm going to tell you this. Tamberly, big shout out to Tamberly. I'm going to pop that comment right up there. Tamberly made one of the absolute best call outs here, and I'm going to tell you why. When we get tanner or we go down in shades or into those higher shade ranges, which usually equates to a deeper shade range, sometimes because that's not our actual tanning, our actual skin tone, it's a tanned enhanced skin tone, that sometimes those darker shades when we're mixing in can look muddy or flat. So if you put a drop or two of boosted in it, it cranks up that intensity, the brightness of it, so that your foundation doesn't look flat and muddy, which can happen if we're putting that foundation color and mixing in that's a little darker. I'm going to go ahead and grab that Boost It. Again, very unique to Airbrush foundation. You don't just have a product like Boost It for regular foundation. You just don't have it. This is just going to take it up to the next level. So I'm going to grab you that link there. I just popped it in there. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, Tamberly, comment of the day. Yes. Okay, guys. Well, that's going to be it for me today. Not today, right now. I'll be back at 10 and 12 talking everything over with you, doing airbrush. We're going to get some product out. We're going to create a look. Who knows what we're going to do today? I don't know how I'm feeling, but I love you guys, and I'll see you back here in just a few hours or so. All right, guys. If you have any questions in the meantime, that's Heather's. You can send me your you can send me any questions, comments, photos, love dog pictures, love all of that. You know, it is 100% my favorite thing to get is some pictures from you. Yes, Candy, I did. And I replied to your email for sure. All right. Okay. Thank you. Okay. I'm just making sure I get all the comments. All right, guys. Bye. Thank you. See you later.